Hey guys, so I have a game that I want to teach you how to play today. But first, I need to know that you can be trusted with shooting a rubber band. Can I trust you to do that? I can? Are you sure? Okay, I'm gonna trust you, but here's the rules of the game, okay? We're gonna shoot the band to see how far we can make the band go. We're not gonna shoot the band at another person, or the dog, or the cat, or the bird that's up on the fence. No living thing, okay? We're just shooting the band to see how far we can make it go. So I'll show you how to play the game. We're gonna have a lot of fun playing this, and there's also a spiritual lesson here. So let me show you how to set it up. First, I have some cones. Now you can use chalk, you can use rocks, and just place them whatever you have, okay? So just put that first cone down. That's gonna be the shooting point. Right now, take about 10 steps and put the next cone down. Okay guys, so once you have your range, we're gonna get a rubber band. Now I picked a big rubber band so that we can see it on camera, but this will work with any kind of rubber band that you can find. Okay, so watch this whole video and then we'll set it up and then you can go play. Okay, first what I want you to do, just see how far down you can get the rubber band to go. So just shoot it however you would and we'll see how far. And then I want you to apply this secret rubber band shooting technique to see if you can make it go further. Okay, so normally when we shoot a rubber band, here's what we do. We hold it something like this. All right, I shoot off my finger, maybe you shoot off your thumb, however you do it is fine. But we hold the rubber band like this and we stretch it back with equal emphasis, and emphasis just means the amount of energy, attention given to it, equal on both sides, right? So we're gonna see if by stretching one side more, if we can make it go further. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is just shoot the rubber band normally, like how you would. We don't have to try the trick first just yet. So just shoot it normally, and that, wherever it lands, is gonna be the point that we're gonna try to beat with the trick. Okay, so I'm gonna go down there and shoot this way so you guys can see the rubber band a little bit better. Okay, so with that shot, we can see that when the rubber band is flying through the air, it's doing something like this, right? It's fighting itself. Instead of propelling itself further, it's fighting it. Now, this band has to travel through resistance, which is the atmosphere. So the resistance slows it down and gravity brings it down to the ground. So it stops its flight. So I'm gonna show you a secret of making the rubber band go further. And there's also a spiritual lesson in this. All right, there's two parts of you. Just like there's two parts of this rubber band. There's what's called the flesh, okay? And there's what's called the spirit. Now, usually when we shoot a rubber band, what do? We put equal emphasis on both the spirit and the flesh. But if we shoot the band to where we put more emphasis on the spirit and less on the flesh, well, let's watch what'll happen. Okay, so when we put more emphasis on the spirit, and that just means more focus, more energy, give more attention to the spirit, which is this side, the tighter band, than we do the flesh, we saw what happens. Instead of fighting against itself as it's trying to go through the resistance, it works together. The spirit continues to propel both the spirit and the flesh, and it goes further. So this is true about you too. So let's use an example. Something that you're good at, a special gift, right? The flesh may say, let's use this gift to help ourselves. Let's get rich and let's get famous. And that's one side of yourself. The other side, the Spirit, is saying, let's use this gift to help other people, right? So when we put equal emphasis on the flesh and the Spirit, we saw that it doesn't get us as far, right? But when you put more emphasis on the Spirit than you do on the flesh, you go further. What does going further look like? It means more joy, fulfillment, and receiving more of the things that really matter in life. So let's take a look at how to make the rubber band go further. So normally, we do something about like this, and we pull the band straight back and we let it go, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get right here, instead of here, an equal emphasis on the Spirit and the flesh, we're gonna focus more on the Spirit. So grab about right here and pull back from there. Now look at what that did. This has a lot more energy put into it than this does. What that's gonna do is, instead of fighting against itself, this side here is gonna propel both the Spirit and the flesh to go further. Now, something you may notice as you're doing this is a little bit easier, less resistance than this. This is a little bit harder. You'll feel it, you'll feel you have to pull back a little more. You'll feel it more on your thumb or your finger. This is a little bit harder, but it's worth it. Putting emphasis on the Spirit is harder than equal emphasis on both the Spirit and the flesh. And again, when I say emphasis, I just mean the effort, the time, the energy that you put into it. Putting more on the Spirit will get you further. Okay guys, so have fun, remember the rules, and see how far you can shoot the rubber band. And as you're playing, remember the lesson here. More emphasis on the Spirit takes you further, gets you more of what's important. Have fun, and I'll see you soon.